Made the trek north on 380 here tonight.
It was quite a crowd on 380. Kind of memories of last year, Mark. We came up for the City West game, the solid line of cars all the way up. I'm sure getting home will be a chore.
Well, we won't have to. All we got to do is follow the pack. We won't have to worry about getting lost. Bill Williamson, senior at Iowa City High. He's been interning with us this entire football season. This is it, Billy. This is the final football game of the 1996 Iowa high school football season. Once again, we are here in the Dome. How was the week at City High? I would imagine lots of anticipation towards tonight's football game.
They're ready to play this game, Mark. This is number 1 versus number 2. You have 2 undefeated teams, and this is what these guys have wanted all year. They've been working for it really hard, and I'm sure Coach Brown has the guys ready to go tonight, and I think we're going to see a very, very good football game.
You know, I'm interested, fellas, and we have a couple of great running backs here tonight. Of course, Jesse Holland, the senior from City High, he's averaging 8.5 yards per carry. He scored 29 touchdowns. He needs, 92 yards to have a 2,000-yard season. Jesse Holland does. On the other hand, you have Aaron Grieving, the sophomore. He's rushed for almost 1,500 yards for Ames, 7.5 yards per carry, 11 touchdowns. This might be out with the old, in with the new here tonight. This Aaron Grieving looks like he can run with the football. And City High, the defense, going to have to be on their toes to keep him corralled. Also, Eric Peterson, Scott Stevermer, not afraid to put the football up in the air. He is the all-conference quarterback for Ames High School. 45% through the air, 12 touchdowns. However, Stevermer, he's got this habit of throwing interceptions, 6 of them on the year. And this City High secondary, as we all know, they can react to the football very quickly.
It'll be fun to watch. Both teams obviously are tailback oriented when you look at the yards the tailback has versus fullback. Neither team throws a lot, but obviously enough to be effective, and as effective as the running games are, that has to open up a lot for the passing game. Another unique thing, these are the 2 teams that lost in last year's semifinals, so I think it's great that both teams now get to a final and have a chance to play for a championship after probably a bitter loss to end their season last year here in the Dome.
I think one stat that needs to be mentioned, first of all, this City High group of seniors, they have worked so hard to get back to the state championship football game. If City High wins this one, this will be their 3rd state championship in 4 years, and the seniors, the starters, will be 23-2 as a unit if they get out of here with a win tonight. That is just an astonishing figure.
Well, that's just a credit to Coach Brown and his coaching staff that they can motivate kids year-long to get in the weight room. And it's also credit, again, so many of these kids are multiple sport athletes. I think that's one thing that's, I don't know if it's unique to Iowa City or not, but a real emphasis on playing multiple sports and the idea that benefits the athlete overall rather than specialization. You look at all these kids who run track, play basketball, baseball. You don't see a lot of kids simply specializing. I think at City High there's a real belief that multiple sport athletes lend to better programs.
Well, you want to keep that sense of competition year-round, most certainly. Well, I'll tell you, look at the clock. It says 7:30, and we are set to kick off. doing the kicking off. Ben Brown from Ames. City High winning the toss. They will receive. Jesse Holland stands back at his own 12-yard line. The offensive line of City High will get a chance to take control of this game in a hurry. Cunningham, Meredith, Yonker, Newmeyer, Butler, Mike Gavin starting at tight end tonight. Mitch Price, the starting quarterback. In the backfield for City High, Jesse Holland and Jason Ringena. Here we go. Brown will kick off a line drive. It'll get by Jesse Holland into the end zone, and City High will start the football game off at their own 20-yard line. Not a bad idea by Coach Kirk Dadow and his Little Cyclones coaching staff. You want to keep the football away from Jesse Holland and stop the big play capability of City High right off the bat.
Well, Jesse was set up on about the 15-yard line with that hard line drive. He really never had an opportunity to get over to the football.
And the City High offense will take charge. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This Ames defense, it's a 3-4 defense. During the playoffs, they're giving up 13 points per game, and that's it. Tight end to the near side, coming in motion, a wide receiver. I formation in the backfield. Jesse Holland off tackle at the 20. He'll cut back. He gets up to the 28. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Holland, the sweep to the near side. 2nd down and 2. The football up at the 28-yard line on the near hash mark. Big difference when you go all season long playing outside. All of a sudden you're playing inside. For both of these teams, it's their first game indoors, and what a difference for Ames. Last week, Saturday afternoon, they're playing in a blizzard up in Sioux City. Here tonight, they're playing inside of a dome, 70 degrees. Some of those guys are in shorts. I formation in the backfield, a 2 tight end set now. The give, Ringena will break up field. Ringena to the 40-yard line, 1st down, City High. In on the stop, Jake Hansen for Ames, and Jake Hansen having to come in from a left cornerback position to make the stop.
Well, Ames opens in a 5-3 defense. Again, 8 people in the box, and City High's taking it right at them with their first 2 running plays.
This Ames front 5, they are experienced. Dusty Wetzel, Andrew Horberg, Drew Hamilton, Tyler Frazier, all seniors. The lone junior, the nose tackle, Chris Gardner. At linebacker, James Burrow and John Crawford, 2 seniors. Burrow, he's committed to Nebraska. The give again, first man through the hole, and this time Jason Ringena picks up 1, maybe 2. The interior line of Ames in on the stop. Lots of big people getting off the bottom of that pile, including that linebacker headed towards Nebraska, James Burrow, 6'2", 230 pounds. And his father, James Burrow's father, is a coach for the Iowa Barnstormers. How's that for a little tidbit of information?
Well, you got to assume they'll have him keen on Holland most of the night.
Tight end to the near side, wide receiver to the near end to the far, out to Khalil Hill. Hill with the catch. He'll cross midfield down to the Cyclones' 45-yard line. I'll tell you what, I'm starting to daydream. I'm talking Hawks and Cyclones here, fellas. I'm flashing to Kinnick Stadium here.
Coach Brown's done a nice job of mixing up so far. 1 tailback, which you expect, but 2 fullback up the middle, and then again a quick out to Hill. So again, I think a nice job of mixing up the plays, showing a lot early so that they can't key just on Holland.
1st and 10 at the Cyclones' 45-yard line. And Khalil Hill, you look out there right now, Hill has a 10-yard cushion to the far side. A pro set, wide receiver to the near, 1 to the far. Now the fullback's going to go in motion. The pitch back. Oh, Jesse Holland's got some running room. Holland down to the 35, close to the 1st down. They'll stop the clock. 9:54 remaining here in the 1st quarter. City High on a drive very similar to their first drive last Saturday afternoon versus Pleasant Valley. However, on this drive, City High hasn't had to convert a 4th down just yet.
Well, both of the plays pitches to Holland, they've either had the fullback in motion to where the carry's gone or an end in motion, so they have overloaded that side of the field. They've had nice blocks, and Jesse's had nice running room.
I formation in the backfield. Now Twins going out to the far side. Wide receiver Khalil Hill to the near side. A 3 wide receiver set. The pitch back Holland. Holland stutter steps in the backfield. He's being chased. Holland to the 30, cuts upfield. Holland gets down to about the 26. And James Burrow burned it to the outside. Holland just turned on the juice, and James Burrow could not catch up with him. Holland turns the corner, and he'll pick up a couple. It'll be 2nd down and about 3, we'll call it.
Nice job, just a little inside fake. Wasn't much there, but the little inside fake froze the linebacker, and then he went wide, picked up 8 yards.
James Burrow, John Crawford, the linebackers for this Ames team. In the defensive backfield for Ames, Jake Hansen, DJ Bergduff, Clint Bells, and Lucas Deerdorf. That's 3 seniors and a junior. Back to pass, Mitch Price rolling out. Price sends it to this side, and the pass is incomplete. Derek Henning, the intended receiver, and the defense applied by Jake Hansen.
Boy, it looked like the defensive back got there just a little early. The city receiver did a little bit of complaining, but the official was right on top of it. Still a nice call, 2nd and 2 yards to go.
That pass down to the 15-yard line, incomplete. 3rd down and 2, and the football at the Cyclones' 27-yard line. 8:44 remaining here in this first quarter. Mitch Price will get under center. He'll check over the defense, and the give will be to the give will be to Jesse Holland. Holland, really nothing there.
Probably a loss of 1 or 2 on the play.
I think you might be right.
This is where playing indoors might make a difference too. A lot of times outdoors, you don't think it's field goals from quite this far out, but indoors with the nice, conditions, no wind, it'll be interesting on when they get in the opponent's territory where they look field goal or go for it on 4th down.
4th down and 3, the football at the Cyclones' 28-yard line. Big play for the Hawks, big play for the Clones. Henning's going to go in motion away from the play. They keep by Mitch Price. Price gets to the line of scrimmage, and he is crushed. And there on the stop, the senior linebacker, James Burrow, who does not seem to be intimidated at all by City High.
Again, City ran a little option to the short side of the field, and Burrow did a nice job of coming up strong and taking Price. They also had the pitch man covered, so there was nowhere to go.
City High fails to convert on a 4th down and 3. 1st and 10 now for Ames at their own 27-yard line. 1st and 10, Ames at their own 27-yard line. The senior quarterback, Scott Stevermer, the all-conference quarterback under center. Split backfield, and the give will be to the far side of the field, and that will be Aaron Grieving, the outstanding sophomore halfback on this Ames team. He's rushed for over 1,400 yards this season, averaging 7.5 yards per carry, and he picks up 3, the stop by the interior line of City High. The front 5 of City High, Eric, we've talked about them all season long. Scott Rathke and Tony Burrier, the 2 junior defensive ends. The TNTs, Alonzo Cunningham, Joey Miles, and Dan Newmeyer. I formation in the backfield, slot back to the far side. They will pitch it to Grieving. Grieving trying to cut the corner. Rathke was there, could not make the tackle. Grieving breaks up to the 43. 1st down, Cyclones.
Well, we talked about each team matching strengths at tailback, and in Ames' first possession, nice job.
And there's a flag on the play right at the line of scrimmage. And we'll get the call with 7:20 remaining, and it will be holding on Ames. 7:20 remaining here in the first quarter, and we have our first penalty. Mark off 10 yards on the little Cyclones. Well, hopefully, coming up at halftime, we may have the team president of the Iowa Barnstormers, Mr. Jim Foster, may stop up. We'll also have City High Athletic Director Gary Beam up here at halftime, so a star-studded halftime coming up, hopefully.
Be interesting now with 2nd and 19. We talked about the Ames quarterback and his maybe being slightly prone to interceptions. We'll see if they'll put it up in the air deep in their own territory.
His favorite receiver, split end Mark Charter, 37 catches, 5 touchdowns for 735 yards. Split backfield, and the tight end, 2 tight ends set. Motion now, Stevermer back to pass. He's rolling out to the far side of the field. He's going deep, and there's the man, and the pass is caught by Mark Charter down to the City High 30-yard line.
Khalil Hill let him get behind him on that play. They put him in motion, and then he just went on a long, deep pattern.
And that is a big reception. Almost 50 yards here, fellas. About 46 yards on the catch.
Guess that answers the question if they'll put it up deep in their own territory.
That was a good toss by Scott Stevermer, and the catch made by Mark Charter. 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. No score. City High had it down to the Clones' 28-yard line and turned it over on downs. This is Ames' first possession of the football this game. A 2 tight end set, now motion. The keeper by the quarterback, and a pickup of about 1, maybe 2, and that's just about it.
Kind of halfway between a quarterback sneak and a quarterback draw.
Yeah. And a pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7. The football at the City High 30-yard line. Alonzo Cunningham will come out of this football game. The linebackers for City High, a couple of great linebackers, Scott Gordon and Mark Seaton. Mark Seaton, the senior, Scott Gordon, the junior. In the backfield, of course, strong safety Justin Coyer, outstanding. Khalil Hill, Kevin Hart also back there. One man in the backfield, tight end to the near side, also a tight end to the far side. Back to pass, Stevermer, sending it out quickly to the far side. The pass is caught by Jake Hansen, and he is immediately tackled. And that'll be a pickup of 3, maybe 4. In on the stop for Iowa City High, Tony Burrier, who was split out wide.
Again, City High sending everybody on that pass play, but just simply a 1-2 step drop and a quick throw to the sideline.
TJ Kemp out there in that defensive secondary for City High also. Kemp, nice player for this City High team, a junior, 5'6", 150 pounds. 3rd down and 2, Ames with the football at the City High 25-yard line. 2 tight ends, power I formation, flags on the play. They'll blow this one dead. I think we have seen 2 tight ends this entire drive for Ames, fellas.
They really have decided to line up again and run the ball at City High. Also a nice job of scouting. That time, City High came up with rushing everyone. And again, Ames had a play called for that with just a 1-step drop, a quick out to the side. Again, 7-yard pickup.
Illegal procedure on Ames. The football on the far hash mark with 5:13 remaining here in the first quarter. No score. Mark Seaton will get the calls from the defensive coach, Dan Sabers, the top assistant coach in high school football in the state of Iowa this year. That's a tremendous honor for Coach Sabers. He and Larry Brown have been together for a long time. Twins for the first time for Ames. Twins to the near side. Stevermer rolling out. He's hit when he lets the ball fly. Incomplete. 4th and 7 coming up the football at the 30. Now, Ames does have a good field goal kicker.
Great pressure by Joy Miles there. Again, it was a rollout pass play, and Miles was all over the quarterback. Had people open, but no time to throw.
Jake Hansen, the intended receiver. TJ Kemp there on the defense. 4th down and 7. The football at the Little Hawks 30-yard line. Big 4th down play coming up for Ames. Seaton will get the defense. Defense now will scatter. Here comes that big offensive line of Ames. We haven't had a chance to talk about them yet, but they average 230 pounds across the front. Power I formation in the backfield. Tight end to the far side. 2 wide receivers. 1 to the near, 1 to the far. Stevermer back to pass. Stevermer goes down. A sack by the City High defense. How big is that? Justin Coyer in on the sack. Stevermer goes down at the 35. 1st and 10, Little Hawks.
That's pretty amazing when you look at 220, 230 pounds chasing down a quarterback from behind.
I remember, Mark, when we saw him at the West High game, and Justin Coyer just had a tremendous football game in that first-round playoff game at Iowa City, and he really was the difference in that football game.
Making his presence felt here early in this one. 4:41 remaining here in the first quarter, and there is no score. Little Hawks, their 2nd possession of the game. They have the football at their own 35-yard line. Tight end to the far side. I formation in the backfield. The pitch back, Jesse Holland. Holland trying to get to the outside. Holland will break a tackle. Absolutely nothing there. Holland loses 5 yards on the play.
Again, a key block missed by the fullback there. So the block at the point of attack was missed, and Jesse had no place to go.
James Burrow and Clint Bells in on the stop for the Little Cyclones. That will bring up 2nd down and 14. The ball at the 31-yard line.
Again, Ames is putting a lot of people right at the line of scrimmage. Usually 8, sometimes almost 9 men up on the line of scrimmage.
Mitch Price gets under center. I formation in the backfield. Price back to pass. Has a man open near sideline. Khalil Hill breaks a tackle. Hill still on his feet. He'll cross midfield. Tremendous second effort by the senior wide receiver Khalil Hill.
A great catch, kind of low and away from him. Got it just with hands and then made several nice jukes to get up the field.
1st and 10, City High inside Cyclone territory. Let's go, Little Hawks. 3:40 remaining here in the first quarter. No score. Mark Allen, along with Eric Peterson and Bill Williamson, on a beautiful night for high school football inside the Unidome in Cedar Falls. Wide receiver comes out to the near side. I formation in the backfield. A 2 tight end set for the Little Hawks. And the give right up the middle, Nathan Haig. Haig still on his feet, and he will get down to about the 37-yard line. A pickup of about 6, and a nice run for Nathan Haig, who has come on and done a great job filling in for the injured Jason Ringana.
So important to get big yardage on first down. That gives Coach Brown and his staff a lot of options here with, again, just short yardage on second down.
Of course, Coach Larry Brown will be inducted into the Coaching Hall of Fame at halftime, but he will be in the locker room with his players. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Tight end to the near side. I formation in the backfield. Flags are flying. They will blow this one dead. We may have some motion on the Little Hawks. We will get the call, and that's what it is. And a 5-yard penalty now on Iowa City High. Well, I'll tell you, gentlemen, as they march off this 5-yard penalty, the football on the near hash mark, that'll bring it back to about the 42-yard line, second down and 7. What a tremendous crowd brought up here to watch this football game from Iowa City. This has just got to show just great enthusiasm for the players and the coaches. What a community. Really get behind their high school athletics, Iowa City parents from all schools do. I formation in the backfield. Jesse Holland with the carry. Holland will make his way up to about the 37, and the interior line will stop him. In on the stop for Ames, Tyler Frazier coming up from his defensive secondary position.
That was the first time they've run Holland between the tackles. Everything before this has been wide. Bad sign here. Jason Riggin is limping off the field. Hard to tell how well that ankle's going to hold up.
He is such a competitor. Tyler Frazier, I'm sorry, folks, is an outside linebacker. 5'9", a 180-pound senior. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter, and no score. Third down and 3, the ball at the 38-yard line of Ames. City High with the football. Tight end to the near side, heading in motion now to the far side of the field. The give to Holland. Holland will make his way up. Holland crosses down to about the 32-yard line, and he's going to be close to that first down. And first down, City High. That's big. Keep the drive alive.
Get another run between the tackles. Nice job. Stayed right behind his fullback. Wasn't much there, but enough for the first down.
The City High offense averaging over 385 yards per game, over 40 points per game. City High getting to the state championship football game by beating Iowa City West, Dubuque Wahlert, and Pleasant Valley. Ames, they took care of Des Moines Roosevelt, Newton, and Sioux City Heelan. I formation in the backfield for City High. The give to Nathan Haig. Haig crosses the 30-yard line down to about the 29. And a pickup of 4. It'll be second down and 6 with 1:05 remaining here in the first quarter. City High's first possession, they had to give it up on downs at the Cyclones' 28-yard line. Ames's first possession, they gave it up on downs at the City High 34-35-yard line. This is the Little Hawks' second possession of this football game. Second and 6, the football at the Cyclones' 30-yard line rests right in the middle of the field. 2 wide receivers, splits out to the far side. Hill, the outside receiver. Haig's going to go in motion now to the far side. The pitch back. Here's Jesse Holland. He'll turn on the Jets. Holland up near the 20-yard line, close to the first down.
That time a great block by Haig at the point of attack. Again, they were sending the linebacker in. Haig made a beautiful block.
32 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1. No score. And City High a first down at the Cyclones' 22-yard line. High school girls basketball getting underway next week, fellas. Hard to believe. Eric will have a City High girls basketball game next Wednesday.
It's amazing how quick the season starts before Thanksgiving now.
Isn't it amazing? I formation in the backfield. Price back to pass. Has a man open. The tight end. The pass is incomplete.
Nice throw by Price. Hit him right on the numbers, but great defense. Hit him at the same time the ball got there.
Trying to find Mike Gavin. A little drag to the near side of the field. Clint Bell's in on the defense for Ames. That'll bring up second down and 10. The football at the 22-yard line with 10 seconds remaining in quarter number 1.
It's amazing how fast the time goes without television timeouts. You get used to the Iowa games.
Well, the Ames defense, they've bended, but they haven't broken just yet. Ames has driven deep into, City High has driven deep into Ames's territory twice. They haven't put any points on the board. Outside receiver, Khalil Hill. The catch is made. Hill still on his feet inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal to go City High, and that's it. Quarter number 1 is in the books. First and goal to go for City High when we return at the 9-yard line. We will be back in a moment on AM 800 KXIC. All righty, thank you very much. Matt Wagner back at the KXIC studios. Boy, the brain gets working so fast, sometimes the mouth just can't quite keep up. Class A state championship football. Congratulations to Guthrie Center. They dominated West Bend earlier today, 42-8 the final there. Guthrie Center winning a Class A state championship. First and goal to go, City High at the 10. The draw play, Jesse Holland to the 2, driven down to about the 1. Second and goal to go for the Iowa City High Little Hawks.
Just a quick comment, the last play of the first quarter, Khalil Hill, what a nice set of soft hands. Again, a great reception. Fought for the first down, got to the 10-yard line, and set up this scoring opportunity.
John Crawford in on the stop for the Little Cyclones. Mitch Price will come over to get the play, and he will bring it out. Second and goal to go. Early here in the second quarter, no score. This is Iowa City High's second possession of the game. Mitch Price will get under center, and the Ames defense will scatter. The give again, Holland hit in the backfield. Andrew Hoiberg shot through that line of scrimmage like no one was there. Hoiberg from a defensive tackle position, and it will be third and goal to go from the 3-yard line. Outstanding play by Andrew Hoiberg, the 6'4", 220-pound senior, whose brother, by the way, Fred Hoiberg, played basketball at Iowa State University.
Currently in his second year with the Indiana Pacers, finally getting a little bit of playing time.
You are correct. I'll tell you, James Burrow, the senior linebacker for Ames, he just keeps everybody fired up, lets them know where they're supposed to be. A 2 tight end set for Iowa City High.
Oh, he's wide open.
In the backfield, touchdown! The fake pitch to the wide side. You release the tight end, Mark Seaton, to the far side corner of the end zone. Touchdown, City High, with 10.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Wow, the red and white score first, fellas.
What a great call by Coach Brown and his staff. Again, you just think Holland, fake a quick pitch, and again, wide open in the end zone.
On to kick the extra point for Iowa City High will be Scott Gordon, and he's done an outstanding job all season long. 10.5 minutes remaining here in the first half, and the snap, the kick, it's up, it's good. 7-0 City High with 10:33 remaining in the first half. We will be right back in a moment on AM 800 KXIC. Welcome back to high school football on AM 800 KXIC. The ensuing kickoff, the Cyclones bring it up to about the 27-yard line. First and 10 Ames at their own 27, returning the kickoff, Mark Charter for the Little Cyclones. Well, City High on their first possession of the game, and they got the football to start this game, they gave it up on downs at the Ames's 28-yard line. City High's second possession, Billy, they drive it 70 yards for the touchdown. A lot in part due to the running of Jesse Holland, also to the passing of Mitch Price.
Jess Holland has 10 rushes for 42 yards, and Mitch Price has started off this evening red hot, 4 of 6, 52 yards, and a touchdown to Mark Seaton.
Thank you very much, Billy Williamson. Outstanding job with the numbers. I formation in the backfield, and Stevermer will give it to the second man through the hole. Nothing there. Joey Miles in on the stop, and the ball carried by the sophomore halfback Aaron Grieving, and he lost 4 yards on the play. It'll be second down and about 14, we'll call it. Second down and 13, actually. The ball back at the 24-yard line.
You just have to love watching Joey Miles play football. You know, not very tall, solid young man, but just the quickness at middle guard. Just incredible the number of plays he makes in the backfield.
And he gives a lot of credit to everybody around him. A great young man to talk to. about the game of football. Tight end to the near side. I formation in the backfield. Wide receiver to the far side. Stevermer will flip it out to Charter. The pass is incomplete. T.J. Kemp out there for Iowa City High. Also out there, Kevin Hurley. And the ball bounces in front of Mark Charter. That'll bring up 3rd down and 12. 9:47 remaining here in the first half. City High is up 7-0. You do not want to allow the City High Little Hawks to score, fellas, and then go 3 and out and give the football back to a hot offense.
You know, it's awful early to start thinking about that, but again, this is only their second possession midway through the second period, and if they have to punt here.
I formation in the backfield, tight end to the near side. Stevermer under center. And he is back to pass. He's rolling out. They'll set the screen up.
Screen is
and
set
the
up.
screen is there at the 30, to the 35, to the 40. That big fullback is bumbling and stumbling down to the City High 35-yard line. Zach Rhodes, the screen is set. The fullback with the catch, and that is a huge gain.
Almost a throwback. Again, all the motion was to the right side of the field, and the screen was set up well to the left side, but he had 3-4 men in front of him with only one City High player out there.
A 39-yard screen, and it works. 1st and 10 at the City High 37-yard line. Zach Rhodes, the senior fullback, he had the blockers out in front of him. 2 wide receivers to the far side for Ames. 1 man in the backfield, also a wide receiver to the near side. That's where the tight end is as well. And Stevermer will give it to the first man through the hole. Not much there. And Grieving will get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. 2nd down and 10. The football at the City High 37-yard line. A 3rd down and 12. Deep in City High, deep in Ames's territory. They put together the big play, Eric, and now they're in City High territory.
That really changes field position. Again, if City High could hold and make them punt, they'd have great field position, maybe at about the 40-yard line. Now they're just trying to keep them out of the end zone.
8:45 remaining in the first half. 7-0 in favor of City High. A split backfield for the Cyclones. Tight end to the near side. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Stevermer will try the little flip out. The pass is caught by Charter. Charter has a blocker. Charter still on his feet. 1st down. Charter steps out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Khalil Hill over there on defense for Iowa City High. So was Kevin Hurley.
They had twins set out to the far side of the field. City played one head up, the other about 12 yards off. The pass went to the man City was playing off of. Good block by the other receiver, sprung him for 10 yards.
Good little pop pass to the outside. Now we are seeing why Scott Stevermer was an all-conference quarterback from the CIML. 8:28 remaining. The Ames Little Cyclones, they're driving. 2 wide receivers to the far side. 1 man in the backfield. And Stevermer will give it to that 1 man. And Aaron Grieving, the sophomore halfback, inside the 10, down to the 6. In on the stop for City High, Scott Gordon. Thank heavens, Scott Gordon was there, along with Justin Poyer to make the stop. 1st and goal to go, Ames. And this has been a series of big plays for the Little Cyclones, fellas.
Again, Ames is doing a nice job of mixing up their plays. Quick pitch there, got him to the outside without anyone in front. A couple nice moves, and now they're down at the 7-yard line.
1 man in the backfield, the sophomore tailback, Aaron Grieving. He's listed as the halfback. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Stevermer, the quarterback sneak, spins out of a tackle, gets up to the goal line, touchdown. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, spins out of a tackle, into the end zone goes the Cyclones senior quarterback. Hold everything. We got ourselves a football game.
Well, one thing, if you look at Ames High season, they have had a lot of close football games. I think if you look down the tail end of their season, they had an 8-point win, a 4-point win, a 1-point win, a 3-point win. In the quarterfinals, they won by 3. In the semis, they won by a single point. So this is a football team that has been in some tough games.
Ben Brown misses the extra point. Ben Brown, the senior kicker, misses the extra point. 7-6 in favor of City High. How big will that be? We'll find out. 7:54 remaining in the first half. We'll be back in a moment on KXIC. Hey, how could you miss the extra point? Boy, oh boy.
Okay, what else?
Ben Brown will kick off. Jesse Holland deep down the middle for City High.
Thank you very much, Matt Wagner, back at the studios. Jason Ringana taking the ensuing kickoff after the Ames touchdown, and he will bring it up to the City High 37-yard line. A nice return for Jason Ringana. Well, it was a 3-4-yard scamper for Scott Stevermer that set up a 6-point touchdown. Ben Brown misses the extra point, 7-6 in favor of City High with 7:49 remaining here in the first half. To give to Holland. Holland will pound his way up. He'll cross the 40 up to about the 42-yard line. 2nd down and 6, we'll call it, and the clock is running. 7:35 remaining here in the first half.
You wonder if Ames saw something going back to the touchdown mark in the films. That's the second quarterback draw, quarterback sneak they've run with some pretty good success there. So I think, you know, City High splitting their linebackers, trying to put pressure, shooting gaps. There was an opening there for the quarterback draw.
Mitch Price, the senior quarterback on the year, 16 touchdowns through the air, only 2 interceptions. I formation in the backfield. To give to Jason Ringana. Ringana up the middle. Ringana breaks the tackle into Ames territory, down to the 35-yard line, and a touchdown-saving tackle made by number 12, Lucas Deerdorf. And Deerdorf, wow, he saved a big run by Jason Ringana, the junior right cornerback for this Ames high school defense, making a big play. Nothing special about that, fellas. Just right up the gut. Great blocking by that City High offensive line.
That's where that quickness comes in. Ringana is just so quick getting to the hole and getting through the hole.
6:50 remaining in the first half. I formation in the backfield. Wide receiver to the near, one to the far, and we've got flags on the play. We've got movement on this City High offensive line. A couple of players getting a little antsy. Well, we just talked about the City High offensive line. Great blocking for that Ringana run, but on that quarterback sneak for Scott Stevermer, which allowed him to get into the end zone, the Ames offensive line, that was good blocking down there. Stevermer had a good hole to run through. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, but just by an arm and a shoulder, not enough to bring him down, and he went, for the most part, untouched into that end zone.
Another thing, too, just some small penalties here, just enough to, again, delay drives or possibly stop drives. You hope the jitters are over by now that we're deep in the second quarter.
I formation in the backfield. The pitch, Jesse Holland. Holland will bring it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Lots of people in on the stop. James Burrow was there, the senior linebacker. We've been calling his name out quite a bit. And that interior line of Ames, Andrew Hoiberg, Drew Hamilton, Chris Gardner. 6:10 remaining in the first half. 7-6 in favor of Iowa City City High. And I remember the egg timer, which Bill's mom bought for me. Every 3 minutes now I can remember to give the time and the score. I formation in the backfield. Wide receiver to the near, one to the far. The shuttle pass, there's Jesse Holland. Holland to the outside, Holland tripped up. Oh my heavens, Holland could have turned the corner, but James Burrow gets an arm out there, trips up Holland. It'll be 3rd down and 10, we'll call it, the football at the Cyclones' 35-yard line.
I was just about to comment, the first time City High had run a straight drop back pass, but instead it was the shuffle pass up the middle to Holland. We talked earlier about the speed of Courier being 6'2", 230, catching the quarterback from behind. That time Burrow catching Holland from behind.
Carl Pelzer and Bruce Bertinen are the assistants on this Ames football squad. Head coach Kirk Dadow. Back to pass is Price. He pump fakes. He's going deep. Khalil Hill open. Khalil Hill touchdown. Touchdown. 35 yards. Touchdown. Khalil Hill, a diving catch into the end zone. He got behind Jake Hansen. The ball was laid up there by Mitch Price. 2 touchdown passes for Price, and Mitch Price makes the catch in the end zone, and what a catch in the end zone.
We talked about how well Price had been playing every pass on the numbers. That one he had a little bit too much on, and Hill did a great job of just laying out to catch the ball. Right now is down in the end zone. I think when he stretched out, came down on the ball, he's still down in the end zone.
Yeah, he is, and Coach Larry Brown's out there to take a look at him. The trainers of City High are also out there to take a look at Khalil Hill. 14 touchdown receptions for Khalil Hill on the year. Just outstanding.
Might be a case of just getting the wind knocked out of him since he, again, stretched out, landed on the football. Hopefully that's all it is.
Well, there's a big adjustment from playing outdoors to playing indoors. Now, I know the frozen tundra of Pleasant Valley football field and also in Ames.
It'll be interesting. Obviously, the in-state schools, I'm sure, are pursuing him heavily. A lot of discussion about other schools outside of the state of Iowa, but what an opportunity he has to, again, make 3 to 5 visits to some of the top schools in the country and then make his choice about where to attend college.
And on to kick the extra point will be Scott Gordon for Iowa City. City High, the snap, it's down, the kick is up and in. Mitch Price does the holding. 5:05 remaining in the first half. 14-6 in favor of City High. City High scores, Ames scores, City High scores again. 14-6, 5 minutes remaining in the first half. We'll be back in a moment on AM 800 KXIC. Welcome back to high school football on AM 800 KXIC. The ensuing kickoff, Mark Charter breaks it to the outside for the Cyclones up to about the 38-yard line, and it will be 35-yard lines where they're going to mark it, out of bounds at the 35. 1st and 10 Cyclones, 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. City High leads it 14-6.
This has the makings of a great game. After the first score, both teams have answered the call. City scoring first, Ames coming back with a long drive for a touchdown, City answering that.
And a counter play by Ames in the backfield, some running room up to the 45-yard line. Breaking a tackle is Aaron Grieving, and the sophomore will cross midfield. In on the stop, Scott Gordon for Iowa City City High, and senior linebacker Mark Seaton also in on the stop for the Little Hawks.
That time a couple missed tackles. City High had a shot at him 3-4 yards downfield, missed him, and then he broke it for about 15.
1st and 10 at the City High 49-yard line. 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here in the first half. That's a big play from the line of scrimmage for Ames. Power I formation in the backfield. 2 tight ends on the field for the Cyclones, and the pitch back. Here comes the sophomore again to the wide side of the field. He's got some room. Pick up a 12, 15, out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Student body right, student body left. Ames had everybody out in front of Grieving. I even think they had some cheerleaders out there. Everybody pulled on that one.
Well, Ames ran a formation with no wide receivers, put one man in motion and ran it to the strong side of the formation, just blew City off the line of scrimmage.
And the Little Hawks want to take a timeout. Defensive coordinator Dan Sabers will make his way out to the City High huddle. 4:29 remaining in the first half. 14-6 in favor of City High. However, the Little Cyclones, they're driving. We'll be back in a moment on AM 800 KXIC. KXIC, Eric Peterson, Billy Williamson, Mark Allen with producer-director Matt Wagner back at the KXIC studios. 4:29 remaining here in the first half. 14-6 in favor of City High. The Cyclones, however, are driving. Back to pass. Scott Stevermer rolling out. He's got some time. He's got some room. The pass is tipped. Incomplete. Intended for the tight end, James Burrow. Dragging across the middle of the field right through his hands. And then also right through Khalil Hill's hands. And also right through, who is that? Scott Gordon's hands in that defensive secondary. So that ball had some juice on it through a couple of players' hands.
Would have been interesting if Burrow would have caught that to see someone try to bring down that load.
Oh, yeah. 2nd down and 10. Football at the City High 33. That's why I'm glad I'm up here. I may twist an ankle chasing down that load. I formation in the backfield. The give to the fullback, and he will get down to the 18-yard line.
That's a touchdown-saving tackle by Khalil Hill. Quick fullback burst up the middle. Again, the linebackers had split out a little wide. There was no one between the goal line and the Ames fullback except Khalil.
Zach Rhodes, the 200-pound senior, that's his second big play of the day. His first one was a 36-yard screen, which set up the first Ames touchdown. 4:05 remaining in the first half. Power I formation in the backfield. Slot back to the far side. Wide receiver to the near side. Stevermer under center. Taking a long snap count. He's going to roll out to the near side. He's got time. He's going to throw into the end zone. Man open. Touchdown. They flooded the middle of the end zone. Standing in the back, Jake Hansen. Touchdown Ames. Just did the curl to the inside. The ball was flipped over Tony Burrier's head. And it's 14-12 City High. Ames on to kick the extra point.
I assume they'll go for 2 here since they missed the first extra point. We'll watch and see.
And they will go for 2. This is huge right here, ladies and gentlemen. Tight end to the far side. 1 man in the backfield, 2 wide receivers to the near side. Stevermer under center. The quarterback sneak. He gets up to the goal line. Is he in? Yes! We are tied at the Dome. 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the first half. We are all tied up. 14 all. We'll be back in a moment on AM 800 KXIC.
Down the middle. Jason Ringana returning the kickoff, tackled by Lucas Deerdorf.
Thank you very much, Matt Wagner. First down, City High, the football at the 35-yard line. Nice little run by Jason Ringana. He fielded the football back at the 20, and he ran about 50 yards to pick up 15 yards, up to about the 35-yard line. Eric Peterson, you brought up a great point at halftime. Scott Stevermer's, he's had plenty of time to throw the football. The City High defense really not getting any pressure on him.
Well, if you either watch City High games or listen to them on KXIC this year,
attaboy.
You a lot of times would find, again, either running plays stopped in the backfield or quarterback sacks, where a lot of times City's defense was putting teams 2nd and long, 3rd and long. That's only happened once so far tonight, so Ames High offensive line is doing a nice job of keeping people away from the quarterback.
The give to Jason Ringana, the first man through the hole. He picks up 7. 2nd down and 3. The football at the Hawk 43-yard line. Here comes the City High offense. Tight end to the far side. I formation in the backfield. Price under center. Price to Jesse Holland. Holland right up the middle. Off tackle he goes. He'll get up to about the 46-yard line.
Be close to a first down. They've got it.
Clint Bell's in on the stop for Ames High School.
So you'll need to just pick it up a little bit. 2:55 left in the half, and again, 50 yards to go.
First down and 10 for the City High Little Hawks, and the clock running, 2:45. Tight end to the far side, Mike Gavin. Henning split out to the far side, Hill to the near side. Straight drop back is Mitch Price. Price over the middle, there's Hill, tipped away at the last second. Khalil Hill was wide open, but Lucas Deerdorf came in and said, no way.
Well-designed play. Hill got behind the defense. Looked like the ball was on the money. Great play by the defensive back. Again, we talked earlier about the speed on both teams. The defensive back from Ames High made a great play.
Obviously, if you know anything about high school athletics, you know these two teams, these two schools meet regularly at the state track meet. Lots of speed on both of these teams. I formation in the backfield, 2nd and 10. The football at the Little Hawk 45-yard line. Back to passes. Price over the middle. He goes. The pass is caught by Mike Gavin. Gavin up to the Cyclones 40. Inside Ames territory. 1st and 10.
Price, again, Mitch is just having an outstanding ball game. Really, almost every ball has been right on the money. One drop, the one to Hill just barely knocked down, but Mitch is really playing well.
With 2:18 remaining here in the first half, we are tied at 14. City High scoring first. Ames responded. It was 7-6. And then 14-6 as City High scored again. Ames scoring just a few moments ago. They had the 2-point conversion. We are tied up. They'll pitch it to the outside to Jesse Holland. Nothing there. James Burrow coming up and making the stop along with John Crawford, the 205-pound senior linebacker.
It'll be interesting to get Holland's stats at halftime. He's probably carried the ball 15, 17 times, but really hasn't broken the big game tonight.
No, he has not. Second down and 11. The football at the 39-yard line with 1.5 minutes remaining. Hill's going to split out to the near side. Come on, Hawks. Tight end to the far side. Price under center. Straight drop back. Price has time. Over the middle he goes. The pass is caught. Down to about the 21-yard line. Derek Henning with the catch. That stops the clock. A pickup of 16 with 1:19 remaining. And now, since we're indoors, we don't have to worry about wind. We are definitely in Scott Gordon field goal range.
City High has used one timeout when Coach Sabers went out to talk to the defense, but they do have 2 timeouts left in this last minute and 17.
First and 10 at the 22. We are tied at 14. I formation in the backfield, and they're going to give it right up the middle. And Jason Ringana picks up 3, and that's about it. And City High wants to call a timeout. Little Hawks will take a timeout. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the Cyclones 19. We're tied at 14 with 1 minute remaining in the first half. We'll be back in a moment on AM 800 KXIC. Welcome back to state championship football on AM 800 KXIC. I formation in the backfield. Wide receiver to the near, one to the far. Mitch Price back to pass. Khalil Hill, the corner of the end zone. Everybody's up for it. The pass is incomplete. A jump ball between Khalil Hill and Lucas Deardorff.
That was a play where Hill almost became a defensive back. It was just, again, a run to the corner. The Ames defensive back almost had better position on the ball than Hill, but Hill did a nice job of knocking it away.
3rd down and 7. 58 seconds remaining here in this first half. Mitch Price, 2 touchdown passes. 1 to Mark Seaton, 1 to Khalil Hill. We're tied at 14. I formation in the backfield. The quick pass to the far side of the field. Henning with the reception. And really not...
That won't be a first down. That'll be about 2 yards to go here on 4th down. It'll be interesting to see if they go for it or kick a field goal. They've taken their last time out.
Jake Hansen in on the stop. Well, let's keep it right here. We got 45 seconds remaining here in this first half. Fellas, what a first half. I'll be honest with you. I thought we'd see a defensive struggle here this afternoon, or this evening rather.
Guys, where each team stopped, everybody's gotten down and scored. City High in an interesting situation here with 4th down. In some senses, you expect them to run the ball, but they've just used their last time out with only 45 seconds left. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Brown...
At City High, also the assistant varsity girls basketball coach at City High. And we'll have City High girls basketball this Wednesday night. 4th down and 1. I formation in the backfield. 45 seconds remaining. Mitch Price on the keeper up to about the 10. The first down. That stops the clock with 42 seconds remaining.
Well, that answers one question. What they'll do, they have the quarterback sneak and another play called in the huddle. They're right back to the line of scrimmage, ready to go.
I formation in the backfield. Henning and Khalil Hill. They split out to the near side. The football on the far hash mark. Back to passes. Price, he's got time, he's got a man. Oh my heavens! In and out of the hands of Derek Henning.
He's down at about the 2-yard line. He would not have gotten into the end zone, so if it would have been complete, City High would have had to hustle to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 10. The football at the 11-yard line. Checking into this football game, Tony Burrier. And Derek Henning will come out, and he's looking at the sideline saying, I know, fellas, I know. I formation in the backfield, wide receiver in the slot back to the far side. Price over the middle, in and out of the hands of Mike Gavin, the tight end, incomplete. A little bit behind Gavin. That was a tough catch to
That
make.
might have been the first ball that wasn't on the money. Made him turn around and try to catch it from behind.
3rd down and 10, the football at the 11. Now timeout Ames. We'll take a timeout as well. We're tied at 14 with 33 seconds remaining in the first half. City High football at the Ames 11. We'll be back in a moment on KXIC. Welcome back to high school football. 3rd down and 10 at the 11. Back to pass is Price. Price rolling out to the near side. He's got time. Price will have to throw this one away, and he is decked right when he releases the football. Chris Gardner puts a lick on him, and so does James Burrow.
A smart play by Mitch Price. He had really plenty of time and just no one opened up. Rather than taking the sack, he threw it through the end zone.
That will bring up a 4th down, and here comes the field goal unit. Scott Gordon on to try the field goal. The football at the 11. They'll spot it at about the 17-yard line. This will be a 27-yard field goal, and the kick is up. It's good. 23 seconds remaining in the first half. City High 17, Cyclones 14. A 27-yard field goal by Scott Gordon. City High with the lead. We'll be back in a moment on AM 800 KXIC.
Scott Gordon kicking off.
The ensuing kickoff squibbed by City High, picked up by one of the upmen for Ames. He fumbles at the 40 with 15 seconds remaining. City High is going to get at least 2 cracks at the end zone.
Be interested to see how the City High coaching staff plays this. If they go for maybe one play down and out, try to get out of bounds and try to kick a field goal, or if they go for it all here from the 40.
Henning out to the far side, Hill to the near side, I formation in the backfield. Back to pass is Price. Price looking to that sideline, and the pass is intercepted. The pass is intercepted by Lucas Deerdorf. He's racing down the sideline. He'll cut it back. He'll cross midfield down to the 35-yard line with 3 seconds remaining. Wow, what a turn of events in 12 seconds of football. And the Ames student section and fans, they're going bananas. And the City High fans, a little shell-shocked here.
Quite an ebb and flow of emotion. You get Ames High stopping City Holland and on the defensive back all the way down at about the 5-yard line, so a deep prevent.
City High will rush 4, it looks like. Tight end to the near side, 3 wide receivers stacked to the far side for Ames. Stevermer back to pass, here comes Coyer. Coyer will send down Scott Stevermer, and that will end the first half. A huge play by the sophomore strong safety. The very much for stopping up here. I really appreciate
First
it.
radio station I ever listened to, KXIC. When I was a little kid, I got a 6-transistor radio from my dad for under the Christmas tree, and I dialed up 800.
Attaboy!
It was a daytime-only station, and I used to love listening. Gene Clausen and Elliot Full and all those guys back there. And boy, it's been a good station over the years. So, and I love being from Iowa City. There's no better place in the world than Iowa City.
I can't think of one right now offhand.
Des Moines is a great town. We love living there, but you can't beat Iowa City. You're lucky to be down there.
Can't beat home at all.
Let's hope the Hawks can do it tomorrow too, huh?
I agree. Jim Foster from the Barnstormers. Thank you very much. 17-14. We are at halftime. We'll be back in a moment. City High with the lead on KXIC.
Number 14, Scott Gordon. Deep down the middle for Ames. Number 32, Aaron Reddick.
Thanks a lot, Matt Wagner, back at the KXIC studios. 17-14. What a halftime. Gary Beam and Jim Foster up here. How you doing, fellas?
Well, Mark, I see now you now have a new hat, Barnstormer hat, a
Barnstormer keychain. I got a Barnstormer cheerleader calendar over here.
with a I don't want to go as far as say scantily clad woman on an airplane, but what did you get for us?
I can give you the keychain there, Coach, and Billy, you can have the calendar.
Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. It's nice to see you ask Mr. Foster some free gifts for the rest of your announcing team here.
Ames will get the football to start the second half. They will start in a power I formation. Tight end to the near side, one to the far. They'll pitch it back to the sophomore halfback. Grieving's going to cut back. He'll bring it up to the inside, down to about the 35-yard line. Second down and 5 for the Little Cyclones with 11:45 remaining in the third quarter. Just underway. Billy Williamson, if you can, very quickly, run down the first half stats for us. City High leading this one 17-14. And really, both offenses doing very well in that first half.
They really are. Mitch Price was 8 of 16 for 125 yards and 2 touchdowns. Scott Stevermeyer for Ames was 5 of 7 for 127 yards. And I'll get back to the rest of it with you in a second.
All righty, thank you. I formation in the backfield. Slot back's going to go in motion to the far side. Again, the sophomore back, hit into the backfield and drugged down. That's going to be a huge loss. Joey Miles in on the stop. Grieving, a loss of 9 on the play. It'll be third down and 15. The football all the way back at the 25. Big play by Joey Miles.
Well, hopefully that's a sign of things to come. One of the things we were talking about first half was that City High had not been getting into the Ames backfield, but Joey Miles with that quickness from the nose guard position drops him for about a 7-yard loss.
Billy Williamson, the running backs in that first half for us.
They've really been held in check, Mark. Neither one has broken the big play. Jess Hound has 15 rushes for 57 yards, and Aaron Grieving has 6 rushes for 50 yards.
Thank you very much. Third down and 10's what we'll call it. The ball at the 30. Back to pass is Stevermeyer, and he's got a man open downfield. Tipped away by T.J. Kemp. A huge play intended for Mark Charter. T.J. Kemp batting it away. 4th and 10. Ames will punt on their first possession.
The ball might have been just a little underthrown, Mark. A pump, and TJ bit on it just a little bit. The Charter got behind him, but was able to recover because the ball had so much air.
Khalil Hill deep to receive. Ben Brown will punt this one away. Will he kick it at Khalil? Line drive kick right at Khalil. Khalil at his own 35. He'll bring it up to the near side. And Khalil will get to about the 48-yard line, close to midfield. Good field position for City High. Their first possession here of the second half. Nice play by the City High defense, fellas. Ames 3 downs and out on their first possession.
Well, it was always interesting to see how the second half starts. You know, a lot of offense in that first half. City High had 227 yards of total offense. Ames 195. So it's nice to see City High defense step up big, and then field position a key. City High has the ball almost at the 50-yard line.
I formation in the backfield. A 2 tight end set for City High. The football on the near hash mark. The give right up the middle goes Holland back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Drew Hamilton in on the stop. Drew Hamilton, the defensive tackle. Burrow is also there for the Little Cyclones. Up the gut has been loosened because they've taken away the outside pitch to Holland, but all of a sudden it's not that way anymore. City High not able to run over the center. And we've got motion to the outside, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty on City High. That stops the clock with 9:44 remaining here in the third quarter. Mark Allen, Eric Peterson, and Billy Williamson. We have West High girls basketball on Tuesday, City High girls basketball on Wednesday next week. Our high school basketball season gets underway.
City High work Tuesday, aren't we?
Yes, well, you guys play on Tuesday also, Eric. It's a tournament. You play Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll do the Wednesday game on the radio. How's that?
Okay.
All right. Got the coach confused over here all of a sudden. I formation in the backfield, 2nd and 15. The fake pitch. Price, the keeper. Price will cross midfield, close to the first down to about the 47-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 1, we'll call it. The fake pitch, Price just turns it upfield. Great blocking by that City High offensive line. Price had a nice hole.
Can't help but be impressed by both coaching staffs. There again, the pursuit against Holland has been so intense. Just a fake pitch to Holland, and then almost a quarterback draw up the middle. Just again, try to slow down the pursuit on Ames by Ames High.
Under 9 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. City High with the lead, 17-14. The give, first man through the hole, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. Jason Ringena on the carry. He will get up and limp a little bit back to the huddle, but he's been limping since midway through the first quarter.
Quite a little bit of courage on Ringena's part. Obviously, that ankle has to be bothering him. It probably has never really had a chance to get healed after the initial injury, but when the state championship comes around, you've got to put on the helmet and get out and play.
17-14, City High leading by 3. Ames, their first possession of the second half, 3 downs and out. This is City High's first possession. I formation in the backfield, back to pass. Pass is dropped by the tight end. Mitch Price had a tight end down the near sideline. Gavin in and out of his hands. And Gavin had such a tremendous game against Dubuque Wahlert in a quarterfinal game. I also think he caught a couple of passes against Pleasant Valley in the semifinal game.
Well, that's a pass you hope your tight end catches. Price delivered the ball right on the money. Again, a fake to Hollins froze everybody. Gavin was down to the 20-yard line wide open, just couldn't hang on to the football.
2nd down and 10, the football at the Cyclones' 41-yard line. A 2 tight end set. I formation in the backfield. The quick out. Khalil Hill, some running group down the sideline. Hill at the 20, cuts back inside. Hill still on his feet, down to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for Iowa City High. Boy, oh boy, Khalil Hill was given a 10-yard cushion, I believe by Jake Hansen on that far side. No, I'm sorry, by Lucas Deerdorf on that far side. And Khalil Hill put the first move on Deerdorf, and he was out of the picture.
Well, Khalil had 83 yards receiving in the first half. That'll get him up close to 100. And again, just the speed of the City High receivers, not much there, but he broke it to the outside for a nice pickup.
The City High student section on their feet. Mitch Price, the keeper, he'll pick up 1, maybe 2, and that's about it. This City High student section, they haven't sat down this entire football game.
Same play City had just run a couple plays ago, the fake to Holland, and then the quarterback going the opposite way. That time Ames stayed put and brought him down for a 1-yard loss.
Drew Hamilton in on the stop. The home of the University of Northern Iowa Panthers, winning the Gateway Conference football championship this year, on their way to an NCAA Division III playoffs. They will host a first-round game. They will find out who they play and when on Sunday. 2 wide receivers to the near side. I formation. Price, the keeper. Price will buck his way up to the 10. A little razzle-dazzle on the inside. He'll stop and spin up to about the 10. It'll be 3rd down and 4, we'll call it, at the 11.
Nice job by Price on the option. Nothing was developing to the pitch man, so he broke up, spun around one player, got a nice 5-yard gain.
17-14 in favor of City High, midway through the third quarter. Ames fans are shouting defense. The City High fans are shouting touchdown. I formation in the backfield. The quick snap. Give first man through the hole. 1st and goal coming up for City High. Down to the 2 goes Jason Ringena, and he was almost in that end zone. Deerdorf making a tackle in that defensive secondary, saving the touchdown. A lot of other players there also, I believe.
Interesting game plan by City High here, at least to open the second half in their first drive. Another play to the fullback. A lot of things have been away from Holland, with Holland running fake pitches, fake dives, and then going away from him.
DJ Bergdorf also there on the stop for Ames. Here comes City High, 1st and goal to go at the 3-yard line. Tight end to the near side. They will give it to Jason Ringana. Ringana stopped up at the line of scrimmage. Bergdorf is there. Lots of people are there, including Andrew Hoiberg, the defensive tackle to that side.
You can see why Nebraska wants that young man. Again, 6'3", 240-pound linebacker with great speed.
James Burrow, he has signed with Nebraska, and he will be a dandy for them. 5:44 remaining here in the third quarter. City High with a 3-point lead, 17-14. And the football at the 3-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal to go. Ringana and Holland in the backfield. The 2 tight ends set. Here's Jesse Holland. Holland up the middle. Holland, is he in? Very close. Touchdown. Touchdown. City High. A 3-yard run for Jesse Holland. He was met at the goal line by James Burrow, and he just backed his way in. Drew Hamilton also there. Touchdown, City High.
That was a collision of 2 Division I talents right at the goal line, and Holland's momentum carried him into the end zone.
And you can hear the City High fight song as they take a lead, trying to make it a 10-point lead now. Scott Gordon, the kick is up, and it is good. 24-14 in favor of City High. We'll be back in a moment on AM. The guy in that Panther sweatsuit that walked by, he's the PA guy here, but it's down the tunnel, down this tunnel, right down here. Thank you very much, Matt Wagner, back at the KXIC studios. 1st and 10 for the Ames Little Cyclones at their own 27-yard line. A time-consuming drive there, Bill Williamson, for the City High Little Hawks.
It really was. That big play in that drive was that Cleo Hill 24-yard pass down the sideline, and they got Jess Holland in the end zone for the 2-yard touchdown run.
24-14 in favor of City High, and the give will be to the fullback, the senior fullback of Ames, and he will break his way up for a pickup of 3, maybe 4. Zach Rhodes on the carry. Zach Rhodes, 200 pounds. That 200 pounds may have been a few months ago. He looks like about 220, 230 right now.
He's a big young man. You know, talking to Mr. Foster in arena football, that looks like a young man that could play both ways in arena football.
I would agree. 2nd down and 5. The football at the 32-yard line. 2 wide receivers split out to the near side, 1 to the far for Ames. Stevermer under center, 1 man in the backfield, and it's the sophomore running back, Aaron Grieving. He's going to get the handoff. Joey Miles is there, nothing doing. A loss of 3 on the play.
We mentioned earlier, Mark, how much fun it is to watch Joey Miles play football. Again, the quickness at the nose guard. Corey Honore a few years ago at City High, a lot of people maybe thought might have been one of the quickest nose guards, not a real big football player. And, you know, watching Joey Miles makes you think a lot back to when Corey was playing at City High.
It is fun to watch Joey Miles play nose tackle. 3rd down and 6, the ball at the Clones at 31-yard line. Scott Stevermer, the all-conference quarterback under center. Tight end to the far side. They'll throw the quick out. The pass is caught by, oh my goodness, and a great move. Stepped out of bounds. And almost breaking this one was Jake Hansen. Hansen was pushed out of bounds. I think he got the first down. Justin Coyer had to run him out of bounds. But I don't think Hansen thought he was out of bounds. He kept it chugging.
The 1-step drop just right at the line of scrimmage. Tony Burrier had a shot at him short of the first down, missed that tackle. A lot of sideline to go. Luckily, stepped out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 42, good enough for the first down. The ball is in Ames territory with 4 minutes remaining here in quarter number 3. 24-14 in favor of Iowa City High. One man in the backfield, tight end to the far side, 2 wide receivers to the near side. Stevermer will hand it off to the halfback, and the sophomore will bring it up across midfield, but we have a flag on the play.
That's got to be in the area of holding, right at the line of scrimmage, right at the point of attack.
Aaron Grieving, the sophomore halfback for Ames, 7.5 yards a carry. That's his average, 11 touchdowns on the year. And it will be holding on Ames. Well, again, we'd like to thank Gary Beam for stopping up at halftime and chatting with us, along with Jim Foster, team president of the Iowa Barnstormers. Went to a couple of those games last year. They're fun.
I remember watching the championship game on television from the Vets Auditorium. You know, so many sports now have gone indoors and, you know, made the playing field slightly smaller, made a quicker game, and arena football has obviously caught on.
Well, I will say this, baseball and football made to be played outside. I'm old-fashioned in that way. 2 wide receivers to the near side. The big fullback is in the backfield. And Stevermer's back to pass. He's sacked. Joey Miles with the hit. And that young man is fired up. Wow.
The penalty again put Ames High in a tough situation with 1st and long. Joey Miles beats the center and gets a quarterback sack.
Brad Payne, the 6-foot, 200-pound senior center for Ames, he's got his hands full. 2nd down and a country mile. 2nd and 24. The football all the way back at the Cyclones' 28-yard line.
Such a big possession, Mark. First time somebody's been ahead by more than a touchdown. If City High can hold here and get the ball back, could be huge.
3 wide receivers to the far side for Ames. And back to pass. Stevermer is hit. The pass is intercepted. The hit made by Joey Miles. The ball came out of the hands of the quarterback.
And Newmeyer had the interception.
Okay. Defense to stand up and make a play. They just didn't.
Well, we kept talking. If City High, you know, typically gets teams in 2nd and 3rd and long, and then big plays happen. That was the case the last possession.
Mitch Price will fake the pitch. He rolls out. The tight end is there.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Hey! Mark Seaton. Do you know who Roy Justice is?
Scott Gordon kicking off.
Heard of him, I've never met him.
Welcome back to high school football. Mark Charter on the ensuing kickoff brings it up to the 30. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. City High with the big lead, 31-14. And Mark Seaton, 2 touchdown receptions this game, Billy. He had 2 touchdown receptions last Saturday against Pleasant Valley as well.
Mark has had a very good game here tonight. There's an article in Thursday's paper about Mark, and it refers to his brother Brad, who was a great receiver on those City High early year championship teams with Tim Dwight. And Mark has certainly had a great game tonight and last week against Pleasant Valley.
Early year. It was 1993.
Well, a couple years ago, all right.
Up the middle goes Ames, and they'll take it to the big fullback, Zach Rhodes, and he'll pick up 15 yards. So Ames not out of it by a long shot.
You have to remember, Mark, when you're as young as Billy is here, 3-4 years was a long time ago. For some of us, it was just yesterday.
First down for Ames, a 15-yard pickup by the senior fullback up to about the 46-yard line. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Split backfield, 2 wide receivers to the far side. Scott Stevermer, the all-conference quarterback, under center. And he will give it up the gut again to the senior fullback Rhodes, a pickup of about 4 to midfield. Second down and 6. The football at the 50-yard line.
You know, Mark, going back to City High's last possession, you know, the value of Jesse Holland is just immeasurable. He probably only touched the ball 1 or 2 times in that possession, but almost everything out of their offense came out of fakes to Jesse and then going different directions. And Ames is keen so much on stopping him that it's opened up a lot of other things.
One man in the backfield. Wide receiver to the near, to the far side. And the give will be to the sophomore halfback. And he'll bring it up to the 40. This young man's got some wheels. Up to about the 33. Aaron Grieving knocked out of bounds. First down Ames. Nothing fancy about this drive for the Cyclones.
Hey, Phil, we're going to stay up from now on, all right?
Playing smash mouth football. Again, that time they got the corner sealed and great speed around the corner.
Well, we talked about it in the first half. This offensive line pounds across the front. Dan Gelano, Nick Rothfalt, Brad Payne, James Grant, David Knapp, and James Burrow at the tight end. They average 230 pounds. David Knapp, the right tackle, 6'4", 280 pounds. He's a junior. 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Split backfield, twins to the far side. Stevermer back to pass. The ball is batted into the air, and it will fall incomplete. I think Alonzo hand on it. It'll be second down and 10.
Ames has been doing a lot of 1-2 step drop, quick throws to the side.
Okay, Walker, roll on tape until I tell you to. Just keep rolling tape now.
About 15, 20.
Roll on tape. I'm not ready yet, so just roll on tape.
Coach's Corner tomorrow morning. This will be a taped coaches show. We're going to get all the interviews after this football game. Roy Justice is in the crowd right now. I'll be down at the press room. We'll get all the interviews after the game. They all will be on tomorrow morning, beginning at 8 a.m. City High leads it 31-14 late in the third quarter. Tight end to the far side, 2 wide receivers to the near side. Stevermer, the draw play, and here comes the sophomore halfback to the 30. Great play made, stopping him for a pickup of about 3, maybe 4. Scott Gordon coming in and making a nice play for City High. That young man can move, Aaron Grieving. And he did not get out of bounds. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Third down and 7. The football at the City High 29-yard line.
Now, you mentioned tomorrow's show is taped tonight. Does that mean no free breakfast tomorrow, Mark?
Well, I will be in Cedar Rapids tomorrow at the Cedar Rapids Holiday Parade. I'm in the parade tomorrow, believe it or not. Split backfield, and not just as a street cleaner either, Eric. So I'm going to take that joke away from you right now.
Working or as a celebrity?
I'm not a celebrity. I'm the farthest thing from it. Mark Charter, the intended receiver, Scott Stevermer, a quick drop and fired it out to this near side, and Stevermer dropped it, and I'll tell you why he dropped it, because he heard a lot of footsteps. City High read that one very well, and that was almost a lateral.
Probably a good thing that he did not catch the ball there, because City High was right there to make the tackle for a loss. Big play here if Ames wants to stay in the game. 4th down and 7 from the City 29-yard line.
4th down and 7, the football at the 29. Big 4th down play for the City High defense. Go you Little Hawks. Mark Seaton, the defensive captain, getting everybody fired up. Power I formation in the backfield for Ames. Back to pass, Stevermer. Stevermer being rushed. He stands to the outside. He's hit when he lets this one fly. Man open in the end zone. Tipped up, incomplete. No flags on the play. City High football.
So really the Ames quarterback did a great job there. He had all kinds of pressure, was drilled by 2 City High players as he released the ball and still got it to the end zone where it was a jump ball. City defenders did a nice job knocking it down.
TJ Kemp, Khalil Hill back there on defense for City High, along with Tony Burrier, I believe.
You don't want to talk about last gasps without a full quarter left to play, but that was a big play with City High up 31-14 and the ball. If they can get a long drive here and use up a lot of clock, things look awful good.
I agree. 25 seconds remaining. 31-14, that's the score. First man through the hole. That's Nathan Haig. Haig spins out of the first tackle. He'll pick up about 7. Just keep the clock moving, fellas. 15 seconds remaining. 3. City High up 31-14. They have the football at their own 35-yard line.
You know, Nathan really, substituting in and out with Jason Riggin. It's nice to know that you have a junior there who's had a lot of minutes, who'll be back next year to lead another good tailback through the holes.
I agree. And there you go. The third quarter's Welcome back to AM 800 KXIC. Mark Allen along with Bill Williamson, Eric Peterson. And we are at the Unidome. City High with the big lead, 31-14, fourth quarter underway. I formation in the backfield. City High football, 2nd and 4 at their own 35. Breaking a tackle is Jesse Holland. Holland's going to break it. Holland to the 30. Holland to the 20. Holland to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. Jesse Holland, touchdown. Oh, my heavens.
First and 10 Ames at their own 44.
Thank you very much, Matt Wagner, back at the KXIC studios, doing an outstanding job for us tonight. 38-14 in favor of Iowa City City High. Ames on the ensuing kickoff. They'll bring it back up to their own 44. Scott Stevermer back to pass in a hurry. He's got a man. Hey, Jim Walker, can you hear me? Mark Charter, it's over his head, incomplete. Second down and 10.
Earlier in the game, Mark, we mentioned that City High puts Jesse Holland on. Great return all the way to the 3-yard line.
Bring that tape down of Jess Holland's touchdown, Ron. I'll switch places with you and have you feed it.
Use speed. I was somewhat surprised that they'd risk him on a kickoff coverage team, but again, Coach Brown shows why he puts people where he does.
Well, and the coaching staff of City High must have seen something on the returns of Ames. They have had some good luck with their special teams this year. Split backfield. And the draw play to the sophomore halfback. Aaron Grieving gets absolutely nothing. In on the stop for City High, Tony Burrier is there along with Scott Gordon. I think Seaton may have been there.
Another big play for Ames.
Walker, leave the camera up there and just fly down here with the tape. I'll meet you in the van.
11-12 remaining in the game.
No, I agree with you. This is big here. Hawks have really taken control here in this second half. They've scored 21 unanswered points. Split backfield, tight end to the far side.
Hey, Walker, can you hear me?
Down and 10. Stevermer, 7-step drop. He's going to roll out now. He's got some time. He'll stop, set up, going all the way downfield. He's got a man open. The pass is caught down to the 10-yard line, and showing that he's got some wheels. The senior fullback, Scott Rhodes, gets all the way downfield and makes the catch at the City High 10-yard line.
Boy, you just hate to let someone get behind your defense in a situation like that. 3rd and long, and the big tight end got behind the City High defense, made a nice catch.
First and goal to go for Ames. They Little Cyclones will not roll over. Sign of an outstanding football team. They're 12-0 on the season. So is City High. Little Hawks with the big lead, 38-14. The give again to the fullback, and Zach Rhodes will bring it up to about the 2.
You know, Scott Stevermeyer for Ames, really a good quarterback. That time rolled to the right, planted himself. 2 City High defenders bearing down on him. He was leveled, but again, threw the ball about 40 yards downfield.
Well, in the third quarter, Scott Stevermer was hit more than he was the entire first half. So some pressure has really been applied to the senior quarterback of Ames. Split backfield and an unbalanced line for Ames. They'll give it to the fullback, and he'll pick up another yard. 3rd down and goal to go. The ball at the 2-yard line with 9 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this football game. Ames taking their time getting those plays out.
Well, you think it'd be imperative when you think of how far they're down and how many times they'll have to get the football to get back into the game.
Well, they'll have to get at least...
Help me with my math, Mark.
Well, if they get this one in, they'll have to get 3 more touchdowns and a couple of 2-point conversions in there. How's that?
We don't have that many hands and toes, do we?
Exactly.
Fingers and toes.
I forgot my calculator. Split backfield. They'll try the quarterback sneak. Where touchdown. Scott Stevermer gets in. Touchdown Ames. His 2nd touchdown of the night. With 9:09 remaining in the football game.
And the quarterback sneak again for the touchdown.
Yep. 38-20 now. Ben Brown on to kick the extra point. And the little Cyclone band will strike it up. Kirk Daddow, the Cyclone head coach over there, getting his troops fired up. 21 unanswered points by City High. Kind of broke this game wide open, but Ames responds, and now they'll try the 2-point conversion. Stevermer under center. He'll fake the handoff, rolls out to the near side. He's got time, looking into the end zone. It's good. Catch made by Joe Simmons. And it's a 38-22 football game right now with 9:09 remaining.
Ames has had a lot of success when they roll the quarterback out. That seems to buy them a little more time. Stevermeyer had a lot of touchdowns. You probably don't go too deep with 2 touchdowns.
No.
Jesse Holland taking the kickoff. And on the tackle was Tyler Frazier.
The ensuing kickoff for City High. The ensuing kickoff for Iowa City City High. Jesse Holland lets it bounce in front of him. A knuckleball kickoff by Ben Brown. Holland, a tremendous second effort to get it up to the 30-yard line.
Talk about funny bounces on AstroTurf. That got to him on about 2 hops, but the last hop went up about 10, 15 feet in the air, and he had to wait for it to come down.
Yes, it did. I formation in the backfield. Nathan Haig with the carry. Haig, nothing pretty about the run. Tackle me when you're ready. He picks up 4 yards.
Well, if they can keep getting 4 yards at a pop, they'll be in good shape.
I can do that math. 3 times 4 is 12. You don't have to worry about a 4th down conversion there. Nope. 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in this football game. 38-22, that's the score right now. Mark Allen, Eric Peterson, and Bill Williamson. And Billy, the City High offense has had a phenomenal second half.
They've really picked it up here, Mark, the 21 answered points, and that's what really blew this game open.
And the quick out to Khalil Hill. Hill will get it up to about the 38-yard line. Very close to that first down. Let's see where they spot it. About a yard short, I think. It'll be 3rd down and 1. The ball at the 38-yard line. On the near hash mark in City High territory.
I was just thinking to myself, Mark, again, would City High put the ball up in the air with up 16 with 8 minutes left? That answers that question. Although, again, a very safe pass. Just a quick out to Khalil Hill.
Hill will come out to the near side, a 2 tight end set. Lots of people up on that line of scrimmage. They'll give it to Holland. Holland breaks the 40-yard line. First down, City High. 7:44 remaining in this football game. 38-22 in favor of Iowa City City High. And the seniors are out there. Mitch Price, Khalil Hill. Joey Miles has had himself a game. Jason Ringana. Hopefully we'll see Ted Sauerberg, Jesse Holland, Kevin Hart. They've played well. Joel Johnson played very well last week at Pleasant Valley. Kevin Hurley, Mark Seaton, Joe Yonker, they've had great games. Travis Pratt, Dan Newmeyer. Newmeyer with a pass interception. And City High, 1st and 10. They have a man open. Gavin, the tight end at the 45. The pass just a bit high. In and out of his hands. 2nd and 10. City High, the ball at their own 40-yard line.
I don't know if you could be much more open. The pass just a little bit overthrown.
7 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. That stops the clock.
You have to like the play calling, though, of Coach Brown. Again, I was wondering if they'd keep it on the ground, just try to grind the clock out. 2 passes in the drive already, and that was just wide open.
2nd down and 10. The ball at the 40. Tight end to the far side, I formation. Price, the fake pitch. He's got the ball. He's got a man open, and he's going to overshoot Khalil Hill. Actually, Khalil Hill was not open. He was covered very well by Lucas Deerdorf.
Yeah, I think a smart play on Mitch Price's part. Nothing was there. Don't risk an interception and a turnover. Get back to the huddle, and you have a 3rd and 10.
I'm surprised to see Coach Brown here throwing the ball 2 times in a row. Now you got 3rd and 10. They're probably going to have to throw another pass here. I would have thought he would want to keep the clock moving. But obviously the City High offense has played very well here in the second half, and the defense also, and he must think that they're going to be able to hold this Ames offense.
I would agree with that. Tony Burrier will check in. A great atmosphere for high school football here inside the Unidome. Tough to believe another high school football season is coming to a close here in just a couple of moments. Price back to pass over the middle. There's Gavin, the tight end. He's going to be close to the first down. The second effort got the first down. Mike Gavin on a catch at the Ames 47-yard line. Literally drug 3 white jerseys for the first down. Huge play. City High will keep possession of the football.
It's nice to see Price come back to Gavin after the last play where he was open, didn't quite hang on to the ball, to go right back to that again. Big first down. Clock's now down to 7 minutes.
1st down and 10. The football at the Ames 48-yard line. Price will get under center, a 2 tight end set. Khalil Hill to the far side. The give to Holland. Holland right up the middle, and a pickup of 4, maybe 5 in on the stop Clint Bells will come up and make a hit, and so will John Crawford, the linebacker. 6:35 remaining. And now we've got an injured City High player out there, and that's going to be Jesse Holland, and he's going to limp off. Looks like he twisted an ankle on the carpet. Well, he's going to get a standing ovation when he walks off that field. A well-deserved standing ovation. I think Jesse will be back.
2nd and 5.
It is just a pleasure to watch him run with the football.
Be interesting to see next year City High at tailback who the heir apparent will be.
Very true. They had a very successful sophomore season once again at City High. 6:24 remaining here in this football game. Price with an I formation in the backfield. Hill to the far side. We've got motion everywhere. People jumping all over. I think it's going to go on City High. The City High sophomores, by the way, finishing 8-1 this season. So some talent coming up for that City High varsity program.
City's trying to milk the clock now for all it's worth. They have an assistant coach on the sideline with the stopwatch. When the official puts the ball in play, they start the watch. Price looks over, waits for a signal that it's basically, I'm assuming, about 5 seconds left, and then they snap the ball.
38-22 in favor of Iowa City High with 6:05 remaining in the game. 2nd and 10, the ball at the 48-yard line. After the penalty, the 5-yard walk-off on the Little Hawks. Price back to pass, man open, near side, Hill with the catch. That's going to be a first down. Khalil Hill out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Huge. You put this one in, Eric, and it's a big hole for Ames to get out of.
But you have to like the aggressiveness of City High's offense. Again, a lot of people, we talked about, running the ball, but you're aggressive all season. You have a great passing game. They're looking to stop the tailback. You really have to like what Coach Brown and his offense is doing here in this drive.
5:53 remaining. 38-22 in favor of City High. 1st and 10 at the Ames 35. And the give will be to Nathan Haig, and he'll pick up 1, maybe 2, and that's just about it.
Nathan Haig, the ball carrier.
I think I got to stand up for the end of this one, fellas.
Dusty Wetzel made the tackle.
3rd state championship in 4 years for City High. Of course, for the 4th year in a row, the Class 4A state championship trophy will rest in Iowa City. And that is just a tremendous accomplishment for the Iowa City community. 5 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in this football game. Hill splits out to the near side. I formation in the backfield, tight end to the near side. They'll pitch it back, and here comes Jason Ringana. Ringana on the carry, and Ringana is met before he can even turn the corner by James Burrow.
I think Ringana was thinking about turning the corner, but again, that would have taken him out of bounds, so instead he goes down to keep the clock running. Ames now calls their first timeout.
Ames with the timeout, 4:55 remaining, 38-22, City High with the lead. We will be right back in a moment on AM 800 KXIC. Welcome back to high school football on AM 800 KXIC. Welcome back to high school football on AM 800 KXIC. 38-22. That's the score right now in favor of the Little Hawks. Mark Allen, Eric Peterson, Billy Williamson from the Unidome. 3rd down and 10 from the Ames 35-yard line for City High. Mitch Price back to pass. Wide open is Mark Seaton again. Seaton with the first down inside the 25-yard line. And Mark Seaton has had himself a great game, both at linebacker, also at tight end here tonight.
Another first down to keep the clock moving.
The tight ends have been wide open, fellas. Both in the end zone and down the middle of the field.
We talked earlier about what a great job Mitch Price did, and even on this drive, 2-3 passes to the tight ends. Really, it's the pass that's moving the ball down the field.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 25. Tight end to the far side, wide receiver to the near, 1 to the far. Now motion going to the far side of the field is Mike Gavin. The pitch back to Jason Ringana. Ringana breaks a tackle, brings it up close to the 20. The clock continues to run. 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this football game.
I think you'd just like to get one more in the end zone, then you can feel real comfortable and maybe get a lot of kids in and have an opportunity to have a chance to play in a state championship football game.
Well, the remaining seniors on this Iowa City High football squad: Dan Profit, Chad Moore, Travis Olson, Luke Meredith has had a great season, so has John Shields, Dan Strank, of course, Alonzo Cunningham, Lenny Trouton, Jason Dwight, and Mike Gavin. Those are the seniors. We named half of them just a couple of minutes ago. That's the rest of them. And to close out a high school football career with a state championship, tremendous accomplishment. Right up the middle they go. And Nathan Haig will bring it up inside the 10-yard line. Pick up a 10, first and goal to go. City High with 3:29 remaining in this football game. 38-22, that's the score. With 3:20 remaining. And some folks are starting to head to the exit on this one.
First and goal.
Probably trying to get to the nearest fast food place before we do.
I'm dieting. I forgot to tell you that. Timeout, City High. Little Hawks want to take a timeout and talk about it. They've got the lead. They lead by 16 with 3:09 remaining. 38-22. We'll be back in a moment on AM 800. High school football on AM 800 KXIC. Mark Allen, Eric Peterson, Billy Williamson from the Unidome. First and goal to go. The football at the 9-yard line with 3:09 remaining. I formation in the backfield. Nathan Haig and Jason Ringana in the backfield. Price on the keeper. Price will cut it up. Price touchdown. Oh, a 9-yard touchdown run for the senior quarterback. The ensuing kickoff here at the Unidome, up to about the 30-yard line. It'll be first and 10 Ames, and they trail it 45-22.
Ames is lucky they get the football. Kind of a squib kick, and an up front lineman let it go. City High almost got to the ball. It said it was knocked out of bounds. Never really picked up and carried by Ames, so lucky to get the football first down at the 30.
3:06 remaining here in this football game, and the lead belongs to City High. Been a great one, 17-14. That was the score at halftime. It's been all City High here this second half. One man in the backfield, tight end to the near side, two wide receivers to the far side. They're going to give it to that sophomore halfback, and he'll bring it up to about the 45. Flag on the play, and we may have a block in the back, fellas.
That or holding, we'll see.
The officials will sort it out. City High girls basketball getting underway Tuesday, Eric, and you guys have a tournament going on at the City High School Gymnasium.
Should be an exciting tournament. Pleasant Valley comes into play.
Basketball. Coach Kay DeLeo in her second season as the Women of Troy varsity basketball coach.
I don't know if Coach Brown's here at the game tonight or if he's home working on plans for next Tuesday.
Well, it was an illegal block. Stevermer back to pass, and he will overthrow his tight end. 2:54 remaining in this football game, and that will make it second down and 13. The football at the Cyclones' 27-yard line. What it feels like to go undefeated and win a state championship.
Well, that, and you think 3 of the last 4 years with Coach Brown.
An amazing run. Tight end to the near side, 2 wide receivers also to the near side. Stevermer back to pass, being rushed. Over the middle it goes. The pass is caught. Tackle made by T.J. Kempf. But the pass is caught by Jake Hansen. Clock continues to run. 2:35 remaining. 45-22 in favor of Iowa City High. Little Hawks 21 unanswered points in the third quarter. And what do we have?
Third and 6.
Well, Ames is going to get the first down on the 3rd and 6 from their own 34. Aaron Grieving on the carry, and he'll bring it up across midfield. And the starters for that City High defense still out there, ladies and gentlemen.
See if mixture of starters and a few people coming off the bench here. Again, I'd like to keep them out of the end zone, but yet still have an opportunity to play a lot of kids here in the last 2:20.
It'll be first down, Ames, the football at the City High 47-yard line. Little Hawks, big win here tonight, 45-22. Tight end to the near side, 2 wide receivers split out to the far side, lone man in the backfield. There goes Grieving again. Grieving stretched out, he'll turn the corner. Tripped up in the backfield by Dan Newmeyer. Grieving has to dive ahead for 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Big
Clock
play
continues
there.
to run.
He had a lot of open space in front of him. The tackle came by behind, just clipped his heel and knocked him down.
2 minutes remaining, under 2 minutes to play in this football game. City High, it's in the books, fellas. Congratulations to Coach Larry Brown and his assistant coaches, Tim Casey, Dan Sabers, Dennis Knoop. Of course, one of the assistant coaches down there, David Kriz, will be helping us out with high school basketball and Iowa baseball again this season. David Kriz, a member of this City High coaching staff, does a great job for us during the high school basketball and the Iowa baseball season. Pass is incomplete downfield. 45-22. Dan Sabers still pacing that sideline. The top assistant coach in the state of Iowa. He received that honor this year. Back to pass, and the pass is caught. Brings it out to the near side is Jake Hansen. Hansen drugged down by Tony Burrier. But that was a nice catch by Scott Stevermer. And now flags are flying everywhere as emotions are beginning to take hold of some of the players on the field.
A little extra at the end of the play there on the tackle when the 2 young men were trying to get separated, a little pushing and shoving. Players were jumping in. The officials did a nice job, but neither one would back down.
And the personal foul will go on Ames. John Lee will check into this game. You hate to see anything like that happen. And we saw it happen last year at the end of the West High Dowling football game. You really hate to see anything like that happen.
That's really the first thing we've seen like that tonight.
Oh, very true, very true.
Just a little frustration at the end of the play.
You'll have that. Certainly will.
Personal foul, Ames.
1:33 remaining.
That's interesting. Usually they call it both ways. There was a little bit going both ways there, but there must have been something after the officials had separated them.
Ames fans are not too happy with it. Coach's Corner tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. This week in Big Ten football follows that at 9 a.m. And Hawkeye football tomorrow night on KXIC. Pregame at 6:30, the kickoff at 7:30. Are you ready for the rumor on the Minnesota coaching job?
Go ahead, Mark.
Gary Moeller, former Michigan coach. Tight end to the far side, 2 wide receivers to the near side, and here comes the blitz. Justin Coyer is there. Hey, down he goes. Dan Newmeyer on the sack. What a game for Dan Newmeyer. Justin Coyer also there, and under 1 minute to play in this football game. And the fans are getting on their feet and starting the cheers. Ames will call a timeout And that'll be their final timeout, I believe. We'll be back. Welcome back to high school football on AM 800 KXIC. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 man in the backfield. 52 seconds remaining in this game. Second down and 38. The football at the 42. Ames will bring it out to the near side, and the pass is caught by number 84, Joe Simons. And out of bounds he goes. He'll cross midfield to about the City High 47-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 27.
Staff, you get to greet a lot of your kids as they come out of the game. Big hug for the seniors as they come out. Enjoying the coaches who you worked so hard, started in, well, we like to think August, but probably long before August.
Oh, yeah. Mark Seaton checked out to a standing ovation. 47 seconds remaining. Lots of people out there now. Luke Waite, I believe, is out there for City High, along with Lenny Troughton. 2 tight ends set for Ames. 1 man in the backfield. Back to pass. And pass is caught on this near side. Out of bounds goes Jake Hansen. Also out there for Iowa City City High, Kevin Hart. And names out to you as soon as we can. John Shields is checked in. Is also out there. Will Casey is making an appearance in this football game for City High here tonight as well. What an emotional rush for those young people. 42 seconds remaining in this game. It's 4th down and 17. City High 37-yard line. Back to pass, Stevermer, and he'll send it to this near side. The pass is broken up by James Hensley or Matt Carlson.
That's always tough. They have 2 number 32s in the program, so you don't know who to give credit to.
Doing the best that we can.
That's got to be a lot of fun for a young man to come in and, again, the 4th down play, break up the pass, something to always remember this game by.
Yep, 36 seconds remaining, and City High will probably just take a quick knee. And this one will go into the record books. City High, their 3rd state championship in 4 years. And you got to figure, again, next year, it may be Weston City back up at top.
Well, obviously a lot of losses by City High in terms of seniors, but yet a lot of quality coming in that situation that long. A lot of times, you know, people do look for other positions, head coaching positions, but the relationship these men have developed over the years must be something special.
They stayed, they've worked, and Nick Linder will take a quick knee, and that may be the final play of this football game. With 30 seconds remaining, 45-22. That's the score right now. I don't think they're going to blow this one into play. 20 seconds remaining in this football game, and City High will probably take another quick knee.
I don't think that was Mitch Price on the last, but no, it was Mitch Price, and now another
okay,
number
now
11
Nick
goes.
Linder. Now,
I'm not sure.
okay, and Nick Linder there, and he'll just watch the clock tick down, and that's going to do it. This game is in the books. Congratulations to the City High football team.
Oh, we're going to try to get a live guest. We're going to try to get Brown.
45-22 the final.
Steve Waterman, superintendent of schools, Osceola Clark. I said good championship team. The Little Cyclones have been in the playoffs now 6 times. This year, they won their conference of the CIS.
As soon as we get done doing that circle,